and if something illegal was going on. It's not allowed to house commercial operations in a student flat. We simply told him that we're a study group, preparing for exams. But this didn't work, and we got a letter from his lawyer. Okay, that's actually, you always have the thing of we started at the kitchen table. I can relate to that. And, but it's fun. Start at minimum, have low cost, as they call it, bootstrap. And yeah, sometimes you have this little challenge, but that's to overcome. Any advice for other gaming entrepreneurs? And guess what? Never give up. Never accept a no. Go the whole 9 yards if you really want to start a company. Ask for advice. Pick the minds of others. Thank you, Daniel. But never accept advice blindly. And that's something too. It takes entrepreneurial spirit. So you have a lot of people that are trying to give you the best advice. And it's good that you actually look in your network, talk to people. And that's exactly why gaming conferences are so very important. You get to see lots of people. And I think it's because of you are not only doing the one-on-ones, but you meet people in a group, sometimes for a dinner or for a drink. And then you get the informal talks. And the informal talks are the most valuable in the industry. They basically show you the ups and downs that people are facing. And to that, I think really happy that although GDC is being delayed, there are still other options, as I mentioned earlier in this episode. Daniel, good luck with Ubisoft, and thank you very much for answering these questions. Gaming in Israel. I wanted to make that item already for quite a while. But in the end, there were a few other items that I had already on the shelf. And so I reached out to Guy. Guy is CEO of Uzo Games and chairman of GameIS. I have his links, obviously, on my site, so you can check him out. So here we go. I wanted to know who are the most leading game developers in Israel. And Israel's success is mostly around mobile games. The biggest publishers are Playtika, known from Slotomania, and owning other publishers like Wuga in Germany, Berlin. There goes my German again. Plarium, Midcore Games, Ilion, casual, but is bought by Miniclip recently. Crazy Labs, it used to be Taptail, hyper casual. Moon Active is casual. There are over 50 others with smaller games. Well, he's already giving me an answer on any titles from Israel that we should know about, but he's giving a few more. Raid from Plarium, Coinmaster from Moon Active. They are in the news these days. Another item that will appear in some of the next episodes, it's about the investment climate per country. I want to pay some attention to several countries around the globe and get to know how governments are actually supporting the games industry. I read an article recently about New Zealand, how the government over there is saying that they support gaming, but in essence, it turns down to zero. So yeah, how is the investment climate in Israel? Due to recent exits in the last few years, you would see more angels coming into the market. A few new VCs emerged to cater the market, like Reimagine and Caden. The top investor, we all know, is Gigi Levy from NFX. Is the indie scene vibrant, meaning lots of new studios in Israel? Yes. Israel is a startup nation, and that echoes into the game market. There are also new schools with game development programs like Shankar and Tilton. Most new studios focus on mobile, but some go to PC and Nintendo Switch. Interesting also, development programs in schools. Again, a very interesting topic, something that I think should be done more and better in the schooling system or systems around the globe. Anything special that we should know about and that is happening in Israel concerning gaming? Israel's gaming market is new. It's data-oriented. It is affected by the broader high-tech market, both in terms of processes, funding, and goals. Israel is also expensive to live in, so a lot of the scale of development is done in Central Europe. Traditionally, Israel is more tech-oriented than content-oriented, and you can find here the market leaders such as ironSource, AppsFlyer, Singular, Fiber, keeping their headquarters and top management in Israel. AppsFlyer, recently in the news, raised a bunch load of funding, so doing really well. And ironSource, if I'm correct, actually started a game studio. Any other relevant input that you would like to tell me about it? You have to get to Israel and see all these amazing publishers, indies, and marketing talent at our Game IS yearly conference, which is on May the 6th, 2020. So, Game IS, the conference on May 6th, 2020. If you would like to know more, go to gameisconf.com. Obviously, the link will be on my site. Hey, Guy, thank you very much. And I'm taking up on your invite and showing up anytime soon in Israel. I want to thank you for answering these questions and talk soon. Cheers. So the last item already, again, the companies to watch on my watch list. Starting off by and with Tomic, Tomic.com. Doki Tops, CEO, I did send him some questions and ask him like, hey, tell me more about Tomic. Tomic was founded by a great team of 4 who have been in the industry since 2005. Doki, Mark, Richard, and Rob, with a background in free-to-play, tech, MMO, and indie game development. It is a Netflix for games like gaming subscription service running on its own. Instant play download technology and started 2014 and are one of the pioneers of gaming subscription. Currently, 30 people within the company. You get 1,000 games in one subscription from all kinds of genres, ranging from classic AAA, Batman, Lego, Metro, to indie, to casual, and fresh day one content, such as Chaos Bane and The Search. We curate our content, but an indie can apply too. So you have to go to utomic.com/developers to apply for it. Getting onto our platform requires 0 effort for developers. We are doing all the work. We can work with DRM, free, or Steam builds. We prefer Steam. We can ensure that features such as leaderboards, achievements, cloud saves, and multiplayer all keep working within our platform as well. Tomic partners for promotion with the likes of HP and has a U-bundle concept where Tomic can get bundled into cloud gaming services or other subscription models. That's it. That sounds so very simple. So I know Tomic, they're from the Netherlands, and I'm in Amsterdam and they are in the south. And I know Tomic for their great tech. And since the last really 12, 14 months when everyone is talking about cloud online streaming. I think they're in the right moment of time. And I like it when they say we're Netflix for games. Doki, thank you very much. And keep me posted on things that are happening with your company. Next. Another special company is Carry First. I got introduced to Cordel by a friend of mine who used to live in South America, but these days living in Tokyo, Matthias. And so Cordel, what is exactly Carry First? He's the co-founder of a leading mobile game publisher in Africa. Originally from Sierra Leone, his family had to fled to the US during a civil war in the 90s. And through hard work and good fortune, as he calls it, he ended up at Stanford University and dedicated his life to making major difference in his home country and broader African continent. He has spent his career in finance to begin with, but most recently he was helping to launch the first African private equity fund by a major global player, the Carlyle Group. While working with the Carlyle and living in Nigeria, he became fascinated by the emerging tech startup scene and convinced of the immense opportunity in interactive mobile. Interesting. Lately, I'm being approached more and more by people that are looking into this continent, Africa. And talking to Cordel, I also found out that if you look at the whole continent, about 400 to 500 million people have a first language, English. He has become obsessed, in a positive way, with trying to bridge the gap between the best digital content in the world and a massive, fast-growing and a fast and vibrant region that is deeply underserved. More about the company and its mission. Carry First is on a mission to build the dominant mobile publisher in Africa, starting with games. We leverage proprietary technology and local capabilities to scale the key distribution/monetization challenges in our region. Our market has over 1.3 billion people. That's quite a lot, guys. In 2019, we self-published a number one game across 3 largest English-speaking markets. We won the award as the top media and entertainment solution in Africa by Apps Africa, sponsored by Tencent, and we were named one of the top 10 startups to watch by VentureBurn. We aim to be the Kareena of Africa. And Kareena obviously is an Asian company. Check it out, Google it, and learn more about it. What to expect in 2020? You can expect us to see us publish our first co-developed and third-party titles in Africa, and we will announce partnerships with some major players in the game industry. Funding, tell me more about it. Our new funding will be used to enhance our platform technology and marketing teams, as well as provide a war chest to deploy for user acquisition to scale games we published this year. I sort of got between the lines that he is about to close or has closed a round of funding between 2 and 3 million. Cordel, tell me if that's the case or not. As we, the gaming industry, how should we look at Africa, the continent, and gaming? Africa is the youngest and fastest growing population in the world, with an average age of 19 years old. In 2025, there will be 2 times the number of smartphones connections in Africa than all of North America. And most importantly, Africa consumers love to have fun, socialize, and play games as much I would love to argue that any other group of people that I have encountered across 5 continents. It's